Hello everybody, I'm Frost and this is Frost Written, where I am working on the lore for Legend Seeker. Sorry, I'm knocking things over here. For Legend Seeker, the RPG that Erudi is writing. And today we're going to be writing more. Hopefully you can hear me. I didn't even check my sound. Let's check my sound. Am I here? Yeah, I can hear myself. Alright, I'm good. I can hear myself. I'm using the best words. All of them. I'm almost out of coffee. I may have to go get coffee at some point during this because almost nothing left. And there it went. So today we're back in the main document working on the book and getting deeper into explaining something about religion. So I am working on rewriting a few of the little bits and pieces, I shouldn't say little, the voluminous information that Erudi has provided us with. There's a lot, which is great. So I'm going through and switching a few words out, punctuating things, playing around with the layout of some of the prose that he had, keeping the ideas intact, but trying to unify them a little bit, and setting this one as a measuring stick for the others at the moment. No silent wizard. I'm a loud wizard. I'm the best loud wizard. I may be quiet, though. I may be a little quiet. Now, let me check, because I did reboot. I just realized every time I reboot, it does reset my microphone volume, and it did it again. There. I should be louder again. I don't know why. It always drops it. Like a good 17, 18%. Some bizarre setting that they have. Anyway, here I am, a little bit louder. A little bit louder now. Just like in the song. So, working on the faith and religion. Now, the keepers fall under this because they are the ones who, ostensibly, everyone believes, created the gods. And that's where they sit in the pantheon. They were absent during the God Killer War. They are something strange in the universe. They are a thing that not even the gods fully understand, and Grix believes that he actually met with one or more of them when he was searching for the God Killer weapon. Whether or not that's true, only the DM will know. Alright. Enigmatic beings referred to oftentimes as elder gods of the plains or the gods of the gods. Forever shrouded in mystery. Descriptions of the former scarce, and often contradictory. Okay. And the fun thing about the keepers is they can be pretty much anything that a DM is going to want them to be. Erudi and I were chatting about a few things last night where it's going to throw some options out there for the DMs and let them determine how they're going to play these out, if there are ever any interactions in their campaign, depending if they're having a high-level crazy campaign or even if a low-level, if like a mysterious being appears to someone. Is it a god? Was it a keeper? Was it something else? Keepers can do what they want as DMs. And that's the thing, too. The keepers, they're technically DMs. So. And hello, Dave. So I'm going to go back and say hello here. Let's see. Hello, Dave. Hello, Levistro. Hello, Gino. Hello, Fantastic Sarcastic. What else we got up here? We've got Shadow Warden over on Kick, doing the Kick thing. Levistro also over there. If you guys didn't see today, on my YouTube channel, Benji, Calvino's little brother, saved me from verbal assault by an angry neighbor in my trees. There was a very angry Karen squirrel, and he rose to the challenge and he saved me. He's a good cat with a creaky little meow. He's got one of those little creaky door meows like that. and always has. Right. So, back into this. Limited historical accounts available on the keepers. Their origins remain as elusive as their appearance. Said that they predate time itself. Now, I'm trying to decide if I need to move that around. So they predate time itself, existing before the dawn of creation or even the concept of reality. I can leave that there. That'll work. Realm. Okay, so what he's pointing to here, fabric of the planes. So he does talk about the planes, the threads of existence, and the multiverse that encompasses all the realities. Erudi, keepers decided to bestow their divine influence. Okay, this sentence doesn't work. For principal deities. Formation of the Erudian pantheon with the keepers. Okay. Began with the keepers. It doesn't matter if they say directly, because it's kind of important to, or not important to put a adverb on that they directly created them. Of course they did. They created them. Yeah. Formation of the Erudian pantheon. Sorry, I'm mumbling to myself with the way to write this, because often if I try to see if a word is unnecessary in a sentence, or if it's maybe just a little bit too wordy, I will reframe the sentence of like looking at it as like, okay, they created something. It automatically means they directly created it, because they did. Technically, they could have indirectly created it, but what does that mean? So in this case, that word doesn't really help the situation, so I just changed it back to with them creating. Insight into my weird way of writing. Four principles deities: Orin, Ariel, Arendor, and Vulcan. These gods, each embodying distinct aspects of existence. The first to be imbued with the keeper's divine essence. Orin. Okay, I'm going to pop this into a new sentence or paragraph. Was granted the gift of unparalleled intellect and understanding. Now, yes, we'll say unparalleled. We'll leave it as unparalleled, because the thing is, yes, he's a god. He's the god of knowledge. All these gods are the gods. They're the epitome of these things. They still aren't as powerful as the keepers. But that's sort of assumed. They don't have to say unparalleled except for the keepers, and always say, bah, the best except for the keepers. Not really necessary. Hello, if you wonderful people. Traders! Shh, or maybe not be here legally speaking. Vajayjay, we saw nothing. I mean, person who may not be here, we saw nothing. Just like Sergeant Schultz. Nothing. Hello, Wisty Melon. You know what you get for that? You get a happy Calvino. Hello, Joshua Bennett. This is me, Frost, working on the lore for the Legend Seeker role-playing system that Erudi is writing. So I'm working on the third of the volumes that is going to be the lore and history of the Godlands, the kind of central area of Erudia, kind of the, if you will, the cradle of civilization of this world, Erudia. This is where the gods once walked and lived amongst mankind and all the mortals before the God Killer War happened. And this book will also explain the entire God Killer War and the story behind it, and, you know, the aftermath. and it tracks everything from the beginning, when the God Killer War happened, how the kingdoms and people moved around, and how everything changed during the war, and now where the current kingdoms and places lie amongst the kind of messed up ruins of the world, 500 to 1,000 years after the God Killer War. And this is the setting for the Legend Seeker role-playing system. So today, like I do on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm going to be writing and chatting with chat. Hogan's Heroes reference me. Like it, yes. Yep. We have live action games here and on the Geeks and Gamers tabletop channels. So check them out. I think if we have any of our mods here, you can always find the link for the Discord. If the mods aren't here right now, they'll be here eventually. And we'll get links to Discord and whatnot thrown out. Let's see, what was I? Oh yeah, Orin, the god of knowledge and wisdom, was granted the gift of unparalleled intellect and understanding, guiding him to impart his to both mortals and fellow gods alike. Guiding him, guiding is just, it's a weird way of saying it. Let's see. Guiding him to impart his teachings. Discord messes up on your phone for some reason. No worries. Yeah, if you follow Moonskull, if you follow this channel and the other channel, then you can see all the live action games we play. We've got a few other channels here and there that we stream games on. But yeah, Moonskull. Moonskull. We just had, we played Cthulhu here last night. Call of Cthulhu. It's a very fun campaign. No mods, Dave. You're free to do whatever you want. It's totally Lord of the Flies. You can do whatever you want. Grab a rock, kill Piggy, take his glasses. Spoilers. You can say other racing words. Yeah, and the thing is, it's... this is what I'm doing right now, is some of these sections were written by Erudi, and this is some of the first stuff he wrote. So I'm coming back to them in this specific instance because it's about the keepers and bringing this all into the lore book, and I'm reworking and rewriting things with a critical eye and a way to unify all the entries. So I'm starting with the keepers first. And the idea in this universe is the keepers are beings who created the gods. And then the gods were there and the keepers kind of had contact with them, but not very often. So they're enigmatic. Nobody knows much about them, but people still believe they exist. There's rumors they exist, and they've seen what they think is proof that they exist in some things that exist in the world that the gods don't even touch. Heck yes, no mods. Woo! Yes, keepers are also the ones who tell stories like Frost. So yeah, the keepers are like the dungeon masters of the universe, basically. I'll look up a word really quickly. I always forget to have a thesaurus and a dictionary like up. This time I pulled them up ahead of time. There we go. And let me know if you hear music at any point, because you shouldn't. Because I am listening to stuff on a completely different channel on my Rodecaster. First to be imbued with the Keeper's divine essence. Okay. Yeah, I don't like this sentence. I'm going to take that sentence out for a second and just leave it alone without the sentence. All right. Kittens in a blender. Oof. Hello, Scrap Hermit. All right, let's see. What was I got here? How are the king? We know the keepers got down with their bad selves when they made Grix. Yo. Can I recommend a tabletop game for the next time, Moonskull? You can always throw suggestions out. Had to remove your caps lock key. I kept hitting it instead of tab while doing data entry. Oh, that's fun for JJ. I mean, wait, you're not here. We know you're not here. Mm-hmm. You could recommend, but there are like 20 recommendations behind. Yeah, definitely. We have quite a full slate of games coming down the pike and going forward. Also in the other channels too, so. How's it going today, Scrap Hermit? And Wisty Melon over there and Kick, are you bored? Or are you good? I just want to make sure. I don't want you starting fires just because you're bored. Beauty was blessed with an innate ability to inspire passion. Mere passion, presence enough to spark the fires of artistic expression within the hearts of her followers. Erudi, the god of nature in the wilds, inherited the keeper's love for life in all its forms, nurturing and protecting the delicate balance of the natural world. God of creation and innovation was given the power to ignite the flames of invention within mortal minds, driving them to advance and evolve in both thought and deed. Okay. Born from the essence of the keeper themselves. I don't know if that's an important thing to say or not. I was doing a lot of spreadsheets. I figured out how to use arrow keys to move. Oh, we get to start fires. So, okay, let me take that back. Don't start any fires in chat. Exactly. There's no Crescent here, so it's just riot. Riot? All right. Let's see. Born from the essence of the keeper themselves went on to shape the very foundations of the Erudi pantheon. That sentence. Okay, born from the essence of the keeper themselves shaped the foundations of the Erudi pantheon, their influence extending across the realms as they crafted intricate relationships. They're not really crafting them. Say developed. Influence extending across the realms as they develop relationship. Yeah, this sentence doesn't really seem to be useful. Shape the foundation of the real. Yeah, this isn't important. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that sentence. Or the end of that sentence. All known realms. However, the Keeper's direct involvement in the Pantheon's inception remains one of the few documented instances of their interaction with the divine hierarchy. Extended their influence in the world of Erudi. Okay, that works. That fits together. That's pretty good. Let's see. Ben, all right, what are you working on today? I am working on the Keepers today. So, going over the entries that Erudi wrote. If you're in Discord and you're, I think, silver? Gold tier member, you have access to all the non-disclosure agreement, all the stuff that's in there. You can see these documents that he had written. What I'm doing is taking, like, right now, the entry for the Keepers and reworking it a bit, because it's stuff he wrote a little while back, and his writing's gotten even better. So, this is me going in, just bringing things together, pulling things back as points to earlier discussion points, just kind of linking everything together a little more cleanly, and removing a little bit of cruft and a few little words here and there. Stuff, maybe rephrasing something based on some of the things that have been rewritten in the Godkiller War, which is the section I'm on to now. Why did I just get a message? Oh. Notification from YouTube? Wait, what is it? Why is it binging at me so many times? What's going on here? Why so many bings? Couldn't send message. I didn't send a message. Huh. That's weird. Tell me I couldn't send a message, but I didn't try to send a message. Well, thanks. Thanks, phone. That's fantastic. I love it. All right. Head fell into the gutter. No, your head never falls in the gutter, Dave. You're always the purest. The purest thoughts on your face. Wait, mine. Mouth. Place. All right. The Keeper's absence during the Godkiller War in the modern Erudian history remains an enigma that continues to baffle scholars and theologians alike. Theologians, sorry. So while one would expect their lack of involvement only serves to deepen the mystery surrounding their nature and intentions. I can see that saying. That works. Presence has dwindled significantly since the inception of the Erudi and scant traces of their existence scattered across the world. So there's nothing to really need the word in fact. Their presence has dwindled significantly since the inception of the Erudian Pantheon, leaving only scant traces of their existence scattered across the world. That sentence doesn't really work, does it now? More like mythologists than theologians. Well, yeah. No, it's just madness in my texts. Okay, presence has dwindled. Huh. let's rewrite this sentence. Okay. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that part. There we go. Punch that up a bit. Oriel, Vulcan. The rare privilege of interacting with the keepers. Okay, this works better. Oriel, Gerrit, and Vulcan alone have had documented interactions with the Keepers. Grix is rumored to have met such a being during his quest for the God Killer weapon. Alright, such relationships, however distant or indirect, undoubtedly had an impact. Undoubtedly. Had an impact on the Keeper's actions and decisions. Yeah, for instance, doesn't make sense. Alright. Tearing a bunch of erudite words out of here. He's gonna hate me. He's gonna hate me. I see what you're saying between theologians and mythologists. Documented interactions with the Keepers, although Grix is rumored to have met such a being during his quest for the God Killer weapon. Such relationships, however distant or indirect, had an impact on the Keeper's actions and decisions. Orin's wisdom and knowledge are fabled to have been derived from his occasional communion with the Elder Gods, allowing him to better counsel his peers in matters of grave importance. So, what is he trying to say here, though? Okay, so... Okay, I'm going to remove this line. Because this line doesn't actually fit. Because saying fabled... Better counsel his peers in matters of grave. Okay, that works. That's a better sentence. Ariel, endowed with the Keeper's gift of love and beauty, is thought to embody their more compassionate side, fostering connections between mortals and immortals alike. Okay? Yeah, Gino, basically, yeah, I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to get to the kernel things, and some of the sentences are nice, and they totally fit, and they're going to stay. Some of the sentences aren't 100% necessary to get the point across, and occasionally they can be a little misleading, especially if it's making a point or saying X when you never get to the end of the sentence or the end of the section. You're like, we never went back to X. We never covered that at all. So that just comes out for now. It may come back in, but in the moment, it's like saying, there is a gun on the table, and then we did all this stuff, and then later on, you're like, why'd you point out that there is a gun on the table? It's like Chekhov's gun. If there's a gun in the early act, you want it to be used. somewhere in the play. All right. And, okay, fostering connections between mortals and mortals alike. Erudor maintains a harmonious balance with the natural world. Okay, so this is, I'm not sure why he's saying meanwhile, because it's not like these are happening concurrently. We'll just, there. Oh, don't need a comma there. Channels of Keeper's inventive spirit, guiding mortal hands to keep. Okay. Okay, that works together. Don't say woof. That would be the perfect prank. Hack into a root-ass computer, set up a program that changes every word he types into woof. Oh no! Throw the audience off. There you go. Boo! We're having a dance party over here, Levistro. Alright. Intriguingly, Grix, the god of deception and trickery, is rumored to have encountered a keeper during his quest to find a weapon capable of slaying gods. Clandestine meeting, unbeknownst to the rest of the Pantheon, implies that the keepers may possess an inherent interest in the affairs they're doing. But their seemingly aloof disposition is evident that the keepers' relationship with the gods they created, even those beyond their direct lineage, have far-reaching consequences for the world of Erudia. Enigmatic nature, coupled with their scarce and often cryptic interactions, casts indelible shadow over the Pantheon's hierarchy. That's a very interesting way of saying something that sounds almost sinister. Alright, keepers as deities. Keepers, as a collective of elder gods, possess a wide range of alignments and domains that span across the moral and ethical spectrum. Allows them to maintain a delicate equilibrium within the cosmic order, ensuring that no single aspect of creation is left unattended or unbalanced. You will learn to read through the squiggly lines and read the document like scrolling numbers of the matrix. No, if you figure it out, no, I'll just have to change the direction of my hexes. It's right now like this. If I go bleh, move it like here somewhere, you're going to be totally screwed again. It's going to be great. Though, technically right now, if you are a member over on Discord and have access to the NDA section of Legend Seeker, you can read a lot of this stuff already. Because this stuff I'm working on is, I'm rewriting some of the stuff that's actually over there right now. I should probably ask Erudi about that too, if we should put the new version of the God Killer War up there. I will remind myself to ask him later. Refrain from overly imposing their will upon the world or its inhabitants. The enigmatic approach lends an air of intrigue and reverence to other. As it becomes increasingly apparent, hold any singular creed or dogma. There's no reason to say increasingly apparent. It's not like somebody is following the story up. They exist as a complete and ever-evolving tapestry of ideals and principles woven together by the threads of their shared divinity. Ha! Joke's on you! Hail, R. Kelly! My mind is a blank canvas. Well, VJJ, you got me there! Boop! Do-do-do-do-do-do. Boop, 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 boop. I can move this up. There we go. After he changed the squiggles, I did read a sentence and decided it takes too much brain power. Ha ha! Yes, you can get in there sometimes. You can see things. And I'm here to cause you headaches. Get some. Right. Something is this is a complex, ever-evolving tapestry of ideals and principles woven together by the threads of their shared divinity. The holy symbol of the Keepers is an intricate and awe-inspiring emblem that evokes incomprehensible power and supreme authority over the planes of existence. That's quite a statement. Better be the best-looking picture of lines ever. Typically found only within most ancient, well-hidden sites. Offering a fleeting connection to the divine beings who shape the very fabric of reality. Okay. Okay, we'll go with hidden beneath the surface of everyday life. In the end, the symbol stands as a testament to the Keeper's enigmatic presence within the world, a constant reminder of their influence upon the gods they created, the mortals who worship them. Okay? Vast and diverse world of Erudia. Very few races and regions are known to worship the Keepers. In part, this is due to the scarcity of information about these enigmatic elder gods. His knowledge of their existence has largely been lost in the mists of time. There goes my knee. Crack. Nevertheless, there remain a handful of cultures and communities of preserved ancient tales of the Keepers, perpetuating their worship through secretive and esoteric practices. Okay. Primarily the elves, gnomes, and small folk who were drawn to the worship of the Keepers. For these long-lived and deeply curious people, the Keepers represent a tantalizing connection to an ancient past. Yeah, predates even their own rich histories. Guard them and seek out the hidden relics and sacred sites left behind by the Keepers in their quest for enlightenment. The Order of the Legend Keepers, an enigmatic organization dedicated to the preservation and study of the Keepers' lore, serves as the most devout worshippers of these ancient gods. The secretive order is composed of scholars, historians, and treasure hunters from various races and regions, all united in their pursuit of the Keepers' arcane wisdom. Sorry, it's been a long day. That's why I'm having caffeine. Through the careful examination of ancient texts, artifacts, and ruins, they strive to piece together the fragmented history of the Keepers and divine. It's divine their will. It feels because they are divine, and you're divining their will. It's a strange word to use there. Trying to piece together a fragmented history of the Keepers. Predict, understand, anticipate. We're going to go with discern. There we go. group is searching for that booty. I mean, treasure of knowledge. Yes, it's knowledge. Big piles of knowledge. Given the rarity of knowledge regarding the keeper, it is perhaps unsurprising. Little is known of the specific methods of worship practiced by their followers. Keepers have been lost to the ravages of time, leaving only fragmentary clues as to their nature. Quiet contemplation and meditation, while the careful preservation of ancient knowledge, of which there's little. Okay. Okay, architect's creation. Buried beneath the earth where they may remain undisturbed for millennia. So the fun thing about the keepers is, while the gods made the world, the keepers still had their hands in things, and they created these sanctuaries and places and vaults and places where they put things for whatever reason they did it. And even the gods don't dare to go there usually, except for Grix. He was a dangerous, bad person. But since the traps and things in there can even undo a god, they tend to not mess around with them. In conclusion, the worship of the keepers is an exceedingly rare practice confined to a small number of races and religions within Erudia. Very foundations of their existence, revealing a world of arcane secrets that lie just beyond the grasp of mortal understanding. So, I'll ask Erudi a question later about arcane. Hey, there's we go. Erudi, I'm reworking some of the keeper stuff right now that you've done, that whole long setup, because I thought it would be a good start to how I can kind of fiddle with the layout of each of the gods that's going into the book here. And I had a quick question. We're talking about the keepers near the end here. You're talking about the pursuit of their hidden wisdom offers a tantalizing glimpse into the very foundations of existence, revealing a world of arcane secrets that lie just beyond their grasp of mortal understanding. Now, the only question I have is, since it's divine, arcane does mean hidden. So, would you object to it not saying arcane secrets? Could I find a different word? I know it's a nitpicky thing. I'm just trying to decide if it's important to make that distinction here. Because we don't know what the keepers are, because they are divine, but they are also arcane, so... Yeah, up and down. Should you find out from Erudi if Legend Seeker is overwhelmingly popular, will be translated into other languages, like Jive or Spanglish? Well, there's Erudi to ask. You there. You'd buy a Pig Latin version. Oh my gosh, that would be kind of frightening. Okay. Excellent. All right, well, I'll play around with that, because I'm thinking of a couple of other terms that might work. Okay. The Order of the Legend Keepers. I'm kind of reading through all this again, getting my brain around it, and just punching a few things together, moving a few sentences around, adding a few words, taking a few words away. Because I know that these are the long form versions that are going to be in this book, and then you're going to have short form versions in the other one. A specific term for creative power? There are, yeah. And this is secrets. Mojo. Yeah, we'll just call it Mojo. We'll throw Mojo in here everywhere. Quick question at some point too, Erudi, because right now I reminded myself that I wanted to ask you this. We have up in the Discord, we've got the original version of the God Killer War. Do you want to put the new version up there that I had done with the prologue little story and intro by the unnamed person who's talking to the wedding guest, and the ending and the epilogue with the changed out story with kind of the new bits and pieces, or hold off on that, until we get everything all lined up? You let me know. Michaela-ish. Yeah, and you didn't start a fire either before Ahmad got in here. My goodness. What were you doing, Dave? You had all this time to kill Piggy with a rock and take his glasses and start a fire, and what'd you do? You chatted. Missed opportunity. Hold off for now. Okay, great. Order of the Legend Keepers. Let's see. I have to reread this now. Despite the mysterious and enigmatic nature of the Keeper, it's important to note that these elder gods do not interact with their worshippers in any direct manner. Lack of communication has led many to question the validity of various beliefs and practices ascribed to them. Beliefs and practices ascribed to them. I have a question about this sentence, actually, Erudi. I know you're probably in the middle of other stuff, but when I'm talking about it's the Order of the Legend Keepers. It says it's important to note these elder gods do not interact with their worshippers in any direct manner. Now, this is a sentence I have a question about. This lack of communication has led many to question the validity of the various beliefs and practices ascribed to them. So, the lack of communication between the keepers and their worshippers has led many to question the validity of the various beliefs and practices ascribed to them. Is that questioning the beliefs and practices ascribed to the worshippers, aka the legend seekers and other people who worship them, or beliefs and practices ascribed to the keepers? We're going streaking. No! Through the quad or down Main Street. Quad to start. Wow. If Erudi isn't at work, he probably doesn't have pants on anyway. Oh no. I've got pants on. Look at that. I've got pants with all kinds of crazy pockets in them, too. They're my walking through brambles out in the perimeter of the yard pants. Hopping in voice. All right, let me do this. Let me do this. Let me make sure that I have voice set up over here. Boop. And let me get into Moonskull. And boom. Hello! It didn't work. Hello, am I in here now? I hear your car, or something.
Hello.
Hello!
Hello, hello.
So, everybody should be able to hear you, hopefully. Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Woo! JJ Knight, streaming with pants on. Amateur. I know. I'm sorry. Sorry, JJ.
Who does that?
I was at work, so yeah, I do.
I guess, to be fair, you often have cats in your lap, but that might be a bit awkward, so...
Yeah, it kind of hurts when they're sitting there doing murder paws on my knees. My bare knees.
Well, so I get it. In regards to what you were saying, basically they claim a lot of things, but can never facilitate any proof, really. And a lot of it's based on their interpretations from ancient relics they've found, or ancient sites, or the conversation you and I had about certain beings.
Yeah.
They may have gotten information those kinds of people. I don't know what you've talked about on stream, so
I didn't
Didn't wanna
mention
say too
that
much.
specifically 100% yet, but I'm toying with the idea of trying to figure out how to explain that. So it's good that you brought that up.
Yeah, so basically they get all this basically from everybody but the keepers themselves. So the claims they make about either what they have gleaned from the keepers or what they believe about them or prophecies that they think will be foretold in the future, that sort of stuff. A lot of people tend to doubt what they have to say.
Okay. Excellent. That makes sense. Okay, good. Thank you for clarifying, because that will makes I just changed 2 words and it makes the whole sentence and everything makes a lot more sense to me now. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of even the keepers themselves are a bit of a tinfoil hat theory type thing. Like, the only 4 gods who've ever claimed to directly talk to them besides Greeks are the original 4, and they don't really talk about it.
Yeah.
So it's not even something mortals know a lot about. It's not in their Bibles or their doctrines or anything like that. So even they are like, oh, there you go, talking about that keeper stuff again. Everybody knows there's the gods and that's it. That sort of stuff. So.
Yep. And I can imagine definitely having those kind of conversations in in a story and whatnot. Maybe if somebody was writing I don't know, a short story where that kind of stuff may came up. I could see that happening.
I could too. Very interesting.
Let's see. What was the other thing? It was about this. I don't remember what it was. Regardless, yeah, that was pretty helpful. That's going to help me, and I definitely want to touch on the idea of the beings that we talked about, or at least the presences that we talked about, and see how that works out.
Yeah, because it makes sense that they would, whatever the keepers are doing, they probably travel with their own creations or servants or whatever, and when they're going around to their worlds, creating their life and doing their experiments and everything that they're doing, it would make sense they have their own beings of their control that aren't necessarily of the world that they created.
Right. Yep. Okay. So, yeah, that's what I'm basically doing right now, because I took the long form, like I said, the long form thing that you wrote that was in the lore section that is voluminous all the way through how they're, did everything, the God Killer War, the mystery of them and everything. And that's what I'm working on to get one of these kind of reworked in a way that makes both of our voices come together in the same way. And once I get one of those done, then I'll be in a better position to do that for all the gods and get them in here. And then we can actually create the smaller versions that you're going to be putting in whichever one of the books it is that you're going to be putting the easily digestible one for the general setting.
Perfect.
And I thought about this and then realized I was opening up a big can of worms for myself, was for each one of the gods saying, hey, by the way, in each society, here's what a temple to Orin would look like. Like, if the dwarves had one, it would be like this. Do you think that's something that would be a fun thing to have, something useful? Like, the dwarves would always make it out of certain kind of stone, or humans would do it like this over an agrium or somewhere else, or not?
I mean, you could just honestly include that in the section about worship and how they're worshipped and what their practitioners do.
That makes sense.
It makes sense to fit that.
Okay, cool. There might just be a sub little heading there saying, specifics on churches or worship sites or whatever it would be. Because as it is, I already talked about the fact that there are shrines everywhere to gods, because the gods used to walk among some people who were like, shrine, 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 because the gods are here. And now that the gods are removed from the world, that's a touch point for people to still keep in contact with them. So it's unusual to find a village or a place that doesn't have at least a shrine or something to numerous different gods here or there. So, okay.
Oh, yes, yeah, definitely.
Cool.
And, some lists, I know I put the keepers kind of in the deity lore. They're a little bit different than the others, though. It's not, it's kind of like Oathbreaker from 5e. It's not really meant to be like a player accessible order.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, in theory, I guess, as the keeper, you could do whatever. You could authorize it for your players if you want to, but it's not built as one. So, like, when you if you pick cleric or something, picking the keepers as your deity and having skills to go with that won't exist. Um, so that's something to keep in mind too.
Yeah, and that might be a good thing to have, especially if we have notes off the side, like, bullet notes, like a little box that says, these, this order is not accessible to player characters, or whatever it would be for, player and DM knowledge, just to remind them, by the way.
Yeah, because it should be evident in the players or the Seeker's Handbook whenever they make characters, and you go to the page where all the deity powers are. You're selecting for your cleric or your paladin. You won't see the keepers there, so I mean, it's not like it'll be confusing, but it is just something to keep in mind that while I'm putting them there, they're not necessarily they're kind of like a bad guy organization in a way, or at least an independent organization that would be more of a. They pop up in stories a lot. The legend keepers are at it again, or whatever.
Right, so. Right. Yeah, a black carriage pulls up, and a bunch of guys with hoods come out and drag you into the back of it.
Yeah, kind of like a Cult of the Dragon from 5e type thing. Like you don't really join the Cult of the Dragon.
There you go.
It's just an organization that'll pop up a lot.
Yes. Excellent. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. That's something else I can hint at here and there. Very cool. Do you have any other things you want me to explore with the keepers specifically, or stay away from while I'm doing it?
No, not necessarily. I'll let you do your thing.
Okay. Cool. Well, thanks for hopping in and answering the question. And people do want a Pig Latin version of the book, so I don't know if you can get that, on the schedule somehow. That'd be great.
And if we hit big enough in our success, all sorts of things are possible.
Bam. There you have it, folks. Chrysanth's like, what did I walk into? Nothing, Chrysanth. It's totally fine. Yes, trouble.
I mean, nothing's going on here, Chrysanth. No puns, no anything. Don't worry. We didn't say anything about you. You're fine. Gotta go. Bye. Talk to you later, Frost. Don't let her rewind the stream.
See you later. Bye. All right, then. So don't go back on the stream. There was no stuff. Nothing was said. So fine. We're all fine here. How are you? Large leak. Very dangerous. All sorts of things are possible. Legend Seeker going woke is all things are definitely... Oh, no. He does know that I can absolutely mess with him, right? Well, Chrysanth, here's the thing. He may have forgotten that temporarily. I'm just saying. Though, honestly, the only thing that was directed at you in the entire chat at any point was fantastic at the very beginning of the stream, immediately making a horrible joke. So, you have to go get him. He needs a reminder. Bam! And I did let everybody know at the beginning of the stream that Benji, Calvino's little brother, saved me from a fate worse than death. Saved me from getting yelled at by a angry neighbor in my trees, my squirrel Karen. And he used to be praised because, boy, he came to my rescue. I threw a little short out on my YouTube and my Instagram. It was fun. Oh, Chrysanth, thank you for the message. That's hilarious. I love it, and oh boy. No, he didn't unalive a squirrel, Karen. He scared it off with his fierceness and his creaky little meow. Chrysanth with the little devil horns. I like it. Chrysanth, we need to get you the little devil horns that Sebi had drawn on her for her picture too. I think you can buy those little things, right, for Halloween. So next time you do a stream, you got to be wearing the little headband with the devil horns. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Legend seekers emerged as a primary source of information regarding the keeper's will, coming to divine their intentions to the study of ancient secrets left behind on Erudia. Okay, we'll go with that, and all right, move the sentence over here to there. Boop, 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 boop. Done. Ooh, maybe I'll get a pair of those. There you go. Let's see. On the intentions of Order of the Legend Keeper's secretive organization dedicated to serving the goals of the Keepers. To make it even more fun, perceived goals. Their history stretches back to the earliest days of Erudian civilization when a small group of scholars believe was evidence of their keeper's existence. For a time, you were expanded its ranks, recruiting individuals from diverse backgrounds who shared a common interest in the pursuit of hidden knowledge. No cat ears. Make her wear cat ears. It would be torture for her. We can do super chats to make her say meow and nya nya. What is nya nya? Someone tried to start a fire, but it was already burning. Ah. And hello, Kyle. I know you're lurking, but hello. All right. Members of the Order are bound by 3 secret oaths. Just got a message. Okay. Oop. Which are known only to those within their inner circle. Pursuit of truth. Okay. Has developed a network of spies and informants that infiltrates. We'll say has infiltrated. Boop. This web of connections, the Order covertly pulls the strings of major world events, shaping the course of history in accordance with the Keeper's pursuit desires. Yeah, that's what those e-thoughts say. Oh, wow, okay. Never. I did not know that is what e-thoughts said, or say. Whatever. I had no idea, but now I evidently do. Order covertly pulls the strings of major world events, shaping the course of history in accordance with the Keeper's presumed desire. Yep, okay, so we're going back to the presumed desires, which is good. Callback. That strengthens that connection. Covertly pulls the strings. Okay. Crucial role, countless conflicts and power struggles through the Erudi's past. Continue to be felt across Erudia despite their absence from the world stage. I could add a word here. I'm trying to just see if that's going to change the meaning too much or not. Preserves the legacy of these enigmatic elder gods, but also paves the way for their secrets of their divine plan might finally be revealed to all. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's from Nya Cat. Okay. Japanese onomatopoeia for cat sound. Really? I mean, sure, I could see that there's a... Maybe a cat could make a nya sound if they did that, but... I mean, I'm pretty much sure that Ralph is the best cat sound. Ralph! If you can make Hypnotic say that, you can make Crescent say, yeah, I'm not evil, I know. There you go. Endless mystery. Alright, so didn't I have a section where I wrote that sentence that way already? Okay, that's why. There we go. That works. Levels of society. Okay, here we go. Far beyond the scope of moral comprehension. Remain shrouded in mystery. Their impact on the world of reason and unrivaled has shaped countless civilizations throughout history. The key role in maintaining this influence, ensuring that the Keeper's ancient wisdom and divine will continue to guide the course of events within Erudi. Okay. Keeper's presence is still felt across the various planes. Okay. Boop. Alright. Various places of existence and throughout the lives of those who worship Him, their anchor weapon. I think we already used that phrase up here. Remain a subtle yet powerful force in the area of guiding the actions and decisions of mortals and gods alike. It's worshipped through every aspect. Would it be is or are? Let's go with lost. Influence remain ever present, shaping the destiny of the gods and mortals alike. Yep, okay. Remain ever present. You don't need to say that again. Dare seek the truth. All right, that's perfect. Boom. I have to quickly go and use the bathroom because I'm a human being and I've been drinking way too much coffee. So I step away for a couple of seconds. And I'm even going to put the be right back screen on like a responsible person. Even though I am wearing pants, I'm still going to put the be right back screen up. All right, I'll be right back. And I'm back. No cat ears, no devil horns, no nothing. Just me. All right, so we've gotten through the keepers section. I did a bunch of edits and changes and stuff. We're on to the 4. Keeper shaped 4 immortal beings from their very essences and tasked them with the creation of Erudi, bestowing upon them gifts necessary for such a monumental undertaking. Knowledge and wisdom, Boreal goddess of love and beauty, Erendor god of nature and the wilds, and Vulcan god of creation and innovation. Together with their creators, these 4 brought the world into existence. The most terrifying thing of all, Frost himself. Fear me! Or don't. All shall look on me in despair. Something like that. Let's see. Orin, the god of knowledge and wisdom, is often depicted as a strikingly handsome human with the air of serenity surrounding him. Eyes are said to hold the collective knowledge of the universe, shining like stars amidst the dark canvas of night. Okay, let me fix that. How would I say this? Oh, look, a phone call. Scam, likely. Let's not answer that one. Alright, it says, okay, it's often portrayed. Okay, I'm just digesting all this in the first paragraph here. It's talking about how he's depicted. His eyes, stars, portrayed. I'm just putting this all in the little spots where I need it to be in my head here. Okay. Wait a second. Okay, that doesn't. Yeah, that sentence can be taken out for the moment. What were these qualities? What were his qualities here? Okay, so these are the quality. I'm going back to the sentence, trying to figure out, recognize the importance of knowledge and wisdom, shaping the lives of mortals. The keepers imbued Orin. Granting him a unique understanding of the world and its many mysteries. Okay. Make sure that I'm not using this word incorrectly. Because I could be. Yeah, okay. I used it correctly. All right. Understanding the world and its many mysteries. Throughout the ages, Orin has remained true to his divine purpose, tirelessly working to guide and enlighten the inhabitants of Erudi. He's often sought out by his fellow gods who value his insight and intellect in matters both great and small. To further the spread of enlightenment and progress. All right, there we go. That works. That flows much better. I do know things. It got quiet in here. Well, it's probably everybody's getting like dinner, making up those London broils and I don't know, chicken wings and whatever other tasty things they're having, and now I'm making myself really hungry. Who knows? Who knows, Kyle? Who knows? Are you lifting heavy things right now, Kyle, or are you taking a break between lifting heavy things? Asking for a friend, of course. Just curious. Everybody's busy. Exactly. Stop talking about food. Talking food. Well, I can't help it. Food is something I really enjoy. I love it. Pantheon signifies its importance of deity and also highlights the value placed in wisdom and knowledge within Erudian society. By venerating Orin, the people of Erudia demonstrate their commitment to the pursuit of knowledge and understanding, reinforcing the role of these virtues in shaping the course of the world. Father of Kika. Okay, here's where I get into specifics. Both Kika God of trickery and deception cunning and wit. Regardless of the put two. Alright, so as the father of both Kika, god of trickery and mischief, and Grix, the god of trickery and deception, Orin's influence can be seen not only in the realm of knowledge and wisdom, but also in the realm of cunning and wit, regardless of the ends such talents are put to. This connection serves as a testament to the multifaceted nature of Orin's divine essence, demonstrating that even the god of knowledge and wisdom has a playful side. Alright, so we're going to swap this out. We're going to change a little bit about this because he has to embody knowledge, wisdom, but also the possibility that knowledge and wisdom could be used to trick people playfully and not so playfully. Multifaceted nature to Orin's divine essence. We don't even have to spell it out. We'll let people infer that. What's on your menu for tonight, Chrysanth? No idea. I have to figure that out once I'm done with what I'm working on. Hopefully it'll be something delicious. I had a great pork chop tonight. Gonna get some ice cream. Ooh. I like how we We were told to stop talking about food. What did we do? We didn't stop talking about food because that's us. She is going to shovel us so hard. All right. Let's see. His presence is woven into the very fabric of the realm, guiding and enlightening mortals and gods alike in the pursuit. That feels weird. Wait. Presence is woven into the very fabric of the realm, guiding and enlightening mortals and gods alike in the pursuit of knowledge. Okay. He embodies the core values of wisdom and learning, ensuring that they continue to shape the world of generations to come. Okay. Okay, strategist for the gods. Throughout the course of the war, Orin sought to maintain alliances with fellow gods who shared his commitment to safeguarding the world of Erudi. Oriel, the goddess of love and beauty, whose own creative and nurturing nature aligned closely with Orin's values. Together, they worked tirelessly to mitigate the effects of the war on the mortal plane, often collaborating on strategies aimed at ending the conflict as swiftly and decisively as possible. Good. The domain encompasses the knowledge. Knowledge and wisdom. As a god of knowledge and wisdom, he stands for the pursuit of truth, understanding, and enlightenment. He opposes ignorance, deceit, and the misuse of knowledge for malicious intent. That's what his kids are for. His behavior is guided by these principles, and as such, he is a calm and rational presence among the gods, often offering guidance and advice. His influence over the divine realms grants him various abilities and spells, allowing him to access all forms of written and spoken knowledge in Erudi. Certain truthful lies and see-through illusions, making it nearly impossible to deceive him. An extraordinary level of foresight, which enables him to plan and strategize effectively, adapting to ever-changing circumstances. Holy symbol of Orin is an open tome with a quill resting upon it. Emblem measurements and boundless potential for knowledge and importance of recording information for future generations. Serves as a reminder to his followers to always seek wisdom and share their insights with others. Makes sense. Oh man, since I looked away from my work machine, I have, only 13 messages. I thought there were more. Okay, I misread that number. I thought it said 43. I was like, oh, something's going on. But, no. Okay. Sorry, I'm just reading really quickly here again. Make a mental note to come back to that one. Rituals and practices associated with Orin's holy symbol are centered around education, contemplation, the sharing of knowledge. Followers of Orin are encouraged to gather in sacred libraries or sanctuaries where they may study ancient texts, engage in philosophical debates, and seek counsel from elders and wise individuals. Offerings to Orin typically include scrolls, books, or other forms of written knowledge, which are then added to the amassed collection found within his temples. Let me check something here. Okay, there we go. Followers may also participate in ceremonies that honor the god's wisdom, invoking his divine guidance as they embark on a new intellectual pursuits or overcome challenges and obstacles of life. Okay. You know what I heard recently? And it's maybe old news to other people, and this is food related, Chrysanthemum. Sorry. Schwann's is going out of business, or may have gone out of business. I didn't know that. We used to get that when we lived out in the middle of nowhere. My great aunts used to get it. The little big yellow truck. Man. End of an era, evidently. Did you just count coup? on croissant, JJ? Really? Wow. That's impressive. All right, let's see. Where was I here? All right. Beacon of knowledge and wisdom that guides both mortals and gods on their respective journeys. Its influence extends far beyond the immediate realm of Erudi. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Trying to decide if that sentence really works that way. I'm gonna put a pin in that in my mind as well. Influence extends far beyond the immediate realm of Erudi, shaping not only the lives of those who worship him, but also the very fabric of the world itself. Lasting impact it can have when wielded with wisdom and purpose. Oh my gosh, I just learned something about Word by accidentally doing something that I had no clue about. And it makes so much sense, I cannot believe I never did it before. Right above where writing is, there's the ribbon that has all the like file, home, insert, draw, design, blah, 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 blah. I hovered over the middle of it, and I mouse wheeled up and down, and it moves back and forth between those categories. I had no idea. Wow. Look at that. I can learn things. I learned a thing. Yeah. Grandparents used to get Schwann's. Schwann's ice cream is the best. Yeah, I love those little cups too. They had the big things, but they had those little cups. Were so good. I was just going to say that, Michaelish, I remember when my aunt would get her order and it would get an ice cream sandwich every time. Oh my gosh, yeah. It was so cool. And I remember going to my great aunt's in the little tiny town she lived in. She got her meat from the butcher. They didn't get it from a grocery store. It was literally from the butcher. That's where she got all the meat from. But they also had, I don't know if it was, they were related to somebody with a bottling plant, but they sold soda there. And she would buy soda in, I think it was 48 bottles to a little wooden pallet, and the little wooden pallet had little pockets in it, and it was just bottles, glass bottles. And it was just whatever the local soda was, and it was glass bottles with no labels. It was just glass bottles. It had a little cap on top that had a star on it, and it was orange and grape and root beer and cola. I want to say there was one that was green, but now I don't remember. But yeah, that was the soda we had when I was growing up. We didn't have it very often, but if we went to my great aunt's, we get that. I don't think it through Schwann's. I think it was through a local business. That was a long time ago. Back in the day. Not quite horse and buggy days, though. Oh, orange push-ups, yeah. The Butchers, yeah, it was always nice going to Butchers. There's a store near me that reopened a branch that had closed after the place was bought out. But they have an actual just butcher in the back. And you can get anything you want done there. If you want to get pork belly, they're like, yeah, I'll just let me know a day in advance. I'll put them aside for you, and you can make your own bacon. Or I can get you soup bones. I can do whatever you want. As opposed to the chuckleheads in most butcher shops in grocery stores. You're like, can I get this? And they're like, go over to a chart, and they're like, what is that? Okay, it's just in the back. They have like one guy who knows how to cut meat or something like that. These other places, it's like, though there is a place downtown nearby that you can go and take a butchery class from. You pay, it's like a few $100s, but you get like a haunch of whatever it is, like a lamb or a deer or whatever, a small animal or a pig. You learn in the class how to butcher it and cut all the parts apart, and you grind up the meat and you create it the way you want it. And there you go. You end up with all that stuff. They teach you how to do the basics, and they do the rest of it because you'd never get it all done in one class. But it sounds really cool. And I'm like, oh, that'd be cool, but it is like a 2.5 hour experience or class. I'm like, oh my gosh. Don't know if I really want to spend all that money to do that, but you get all this meat at the end too, so I'll think about it. Anyway, enough of that. See, I love food. And hello, JT. How's it going? And besides that, yeah, I'm going to go back to orange push-ups, man. As a kid, I love those things. All right, what was I doing? Oh, okay, there is particular affinity. Here we go. Often due to shared values, cultural beliefs, or historical events, the Elven kingdoms knowledge long lifespan of elves allow them to dedicate centuries to the mastery of various arts, sciences, and arcane practices. Ideal disciples of Orin. Knack for invention and innovation aligns well with Orin's teachings. His collaboration with Vulcan, god of creation and innovation, further solidifies his connection. Many gnomes pay homage to both Orin and Vulcan, seeking their guidance in the development of their new technologies and magical advancements. Wait a second. All right, let's see here. Okay, knack for invention. Humans is a diverse and adaptable race, both numerous followers of Orin amongst their ranks. Scholars, historians, and philosophers from various human nations and cultures revere Orin as a source of inspiration and wisdom. In times of political strife or social upheaval, many human leaders have turned to Orin's teachings to guide them towards just and thoughtful resolution or solutions. Followers of Orin engage in a variety of worship practices that emphasize the acquisition, preservation, and dissemination of knowledge. Devotees spend hours hours doesn't make sense there. Poring over ancient texts, manuscripts, and scrolls, seeking to expand their understanding of the world and its mysteries. We're gonna go days. Poring over ancient texts, manuscripts, and scrolls, seeking to expand their understanding of the world and its mysteries. Through focused meditation, they may also attempt to connect with Orin's divine wisdom directly. Followers often gather in public forums to discuss and debate various philosophical, theological, and intellectual topics. Michaela calls BS. These events will serve as both a means of communal worship and an opportunity for individuals to refine their own beliefs and perspectives in line with Orin's emphasis on sharing knowledge. Many of his followers take the role of mentors or teachers, passing their expertise onto others within their community. Faithful recite prayers and incantations dedicated to the god, invoking his guidance and assistance. Their intellectual pursuits, offering to Orin, typically consist of written works such as books, scrolls, or even personal journals, added to the repositories of knowledge found within his temples, ensuring that they may be accessed by future generations of seekers. Not only honor their deity, but also contribute to the ongoing pursuit of knowledge and wisdom throughout Erudia. Okay. Through their collective efforts, the influence of Orin continues to grow, shaping the minds and hearts of countless individuals across the realm. So, Erudia, yeah, a lot of this is really well put together. Like I said, everything that you wrote back then is good. You're getting better and better, and I just have a different voice, so I'm just trying to match voices here. And some of this I don't even have to change because the voice is not different. It's getting the same stuff across, and it works. If you can survive the Grindylow Cave, you can survive the hurricane, sir. I don't know. You might be a wise man, JT. I don't know. I don't know. Excuse me for a second. I put eye drops in. when I was out at the bathroom, so my nose is draining. Wizard nose. Perfect. Yeah. Morons if they're staying. Also, I never miss a game. All right. By the way, totally unrelated to everything else. I just saw something back here. I'm going to make a loud noise probably when I knock this all over. So if you hear clacking noises, it's me knocking work stuff over. Which is fine, because I don't have a game running, so the controller won't mess it up. I bought something, because I wanted to see how it is, because I like checking out stuff with food. I bought shelf-stable milk. Because I wanted to see what it tasted like. And it tastes like sweet milk. It is good until, and I can't even read this thing, till December of this year. It's just little milk pouches with a little straw. A telescoping straw, nonetheless. Or a sippy thing on top, so it doesn't need to be refrigerated. Funky. Isn't it great? Wait, are you saying gross because it's milk? Or gross because it's shelf stable? Gotta shake it up. Banana milk, ew. I'm not that crazy. Hey, I love milk. I will drink just glasses of milk. All right, I'm opening this up. I'm gonna drink it. I'm gonna drink it right in front of you people. You can't stop me. It's milk. Yeah, you know what it tastes like? Have you ever had powdered milk? It's got that sweet kind of flavor to it. And I say powdered milk, but you dehydrate the milk and put the powder into water and make milk. It has that same kind of taste to it. So they probably dehydrated it, reconstituted it with stuff, and there you go. That's likely what it is. I like trying stuff, especially if I ever have, an emergency. That way I'll know what I'm getting into, and I won't be surprised and be like, why did I do this to myself? All right, so the ingredients: milk and vitamin D. Okay, I can get behind those ingredients. Shelf-stable growth. Milk is great. I just love milk. I mean, this is not as good as normal milk, but I just tend to really like milk anyway, so. But it does have this weird little straw it comes with, which is strange. Well, I'm sitting here working on the Order of the Enlightened Path. I'm talking about a milk straw. If I can get their little packet to even open. Because, wow, I'm going to have to use a knife. Because it will not rip. Good package, good package. Good job. It has the weirdest little straw. It has this little straw that extends. Very strange. Milk straw! Is it lactose? It's all lactose. It's lactose full. It's not lactose free at all. All lactose all the time. The whole stream is lactose now. All right, let's see here. Orin expects his worshippers to adhere to a strict moral and ethical code that emphasizes the pursuit of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. He encourages his followers to be inquisitive, open-minded, and humble, recognizing that there is always more to learn and discover. Let's see. Orin values honesty and integrity, urging his devotees to share their findings openly without deception. Additionally, he calls upon them to help guide others along the path of enlightenment, fostering an environment of mutual support and intellectual growth. My son said, don't knock banana milk until you try it. Korea makes great banana milk. You can get it on Amazon. So what is banana milk, Levistro? Is it just literally milk with banana puree or something in it? One thing I will never do is one thing my aunt liked because, and she liked it before Laverne and Shirley, she would have, I guess it was technically Pepsi or any cola at the time, and milk. Now, you'll say, ew, gross. Remember, though, people will make frozen Cokes and a Coke slushie, or they'll make a root beer float. It's not that strange, but it is a little weird. Plain old milk and Coke or in cola, I was like, It's banana milk. Okay, Levistro, thanks, man. You win. I don't understand what you're saying. Is it literally they just puree bananas and you got liquid bananas? I have no clue. Is there actual milk in it from a cow? You gotta let me know. Alright, benevolent deity rewards his faithful by granting them insight and clarity in their pursuits. Those who uphold his principles and make significant contributions to the collective body of knowledge may find themselves receiving divine inspiration or discovering previously hidden information. Okay. Those who knowingly deceive others, hoard knowledge for personal gain, or otherwise act against the interests of the greater good may find themselves denied God's blessings. Cursed with confusion or forgetfulness, or even banished from his temples and libraries. You don't return that book, you're not coming back in the temple, kid. Banana and milk sounds gross, tastes good. Okay. Interesting. I mean, I like banana cream pie, and I've had a banana milkshake before, so I'm gonna guess it's somewhere in that realm. Hey, Crescent, did you end up taking a peek at that short that I put out there? I was curious what your take on Benji's meow was. Alright, so here we go. Click on that and find my thesaurus again. Okay, that works. Boop. Need to watch it to hear the little meow. Yeah, he's got his meow is it's very unique. Cause you hear it at the beginning when he first comes out to try and get my attention, and then afterwards when I talk to him. He's a very talkative cat when he wants to be. Alright. Okay. Among the many organizations devoted to serving Orin's goals, one of the most prominent is the Paladin Order of the Enlightened Path. Founded centuries ago by a group of elite scholars and warriors, the Order seeks to protect and preserve the repositories of knowledge throughout Erudi while combating ignorance, falsehoods, and malicious forces seeking to exploit or corrupt the truth. Members of the Order take 3 oaths among joining: wisdom, pursuit of knowledge and understanding, oath for integrity, cause them to always seek out and uphold the truth. Oath for guidance, task them to leading others towards enlightenment and sharing their insights. Okay, cool. So I gotta save this right here because I'm gonna go back and talk about one thing before the end of the stream here, if I can find it, from the Keepers. So I'll be a little enigmatic about this, but not completely. So the idea is that there are Keepers that were there. They have left vaults. They had their hand in creation. And they are possibly there, they're possibly not. But they have a group of people who follow their teachings. The main 4 gods have met them, were created by them, have dealings, but they never really talked about it in any other real sense, so no one really knows. And Grix is supposed to have met one of them on his search for the God Killer weapon. Now, one of the things that I talked with the Root Guy about, excuse me, I've got a little phlegm in my throat from the milk, is the idea that there are presences or agents of these keepers. No one's really sure what they are, but along the lines of what you'd expect from, like, I guess, what's a close approximation? There would be a presence you would feel in these vaults, a lingering something left over that you can interact with, possibly be cowed by, be scared by, be whatever the keeper who dealt with things there intended. Like if it was a keeper that was working on fears of man or doing an experiment on something with mortals or gods, or like the one who did the god killer weapon, it would be a malevolent place that even a god would feel unsafe, or a being that just is beyond terror to everyone. The idea of a presence, like it could even become an embodiment of something that you think you see, like from a holocron, something indifferent to mortals and immortals alike. It would just be a presence that's there, that can interact, that can speak, but it has no other interest in anything other than what it was put there to be. So if it's a guardian, it will guard against everything, no matter who you are, what you're doing. They're implacable. You can't do anything to assuade them, though Grix may have, or he believes he did. It's possible they wanted to let him in. So there are these unknowing agents of the keepers that could be the keepers themselves. They could be agents of them. They could be a remnant they left behind. Something that is there that is just so alien to the mortal and immortal mindsets that it's an enigma to them. Something they don't want to deal with even. It's going to be interesting. Banana milk liquid, almond milk. You can make milk and almond milk. Banana milk comes from moss. Okay, Dave. You and your banana milk coming from us. No. So I'm going to be writing a little section at the end talking about these presences. I'm just going to put this section in here. Now that I know I can do this, I can just scroll right across and go to this. Boop. I should look at my time here. I got 10 minutes left. Oh, how would I use the right letter here instead of a bracket? It's a P. So there's my note. Uh-huh. Exactly, Scrap Hermit. Exactly. Speaking of bananas, has anyone ever had bananas Foster? It's very good. My brother makes that occasionally. He went to school to be a chef, and he'll make it occasionally. It's very good. A little bit of fire with your bananas. I drink a lot of liquid, by the way. I've had, the end of my cup of coffee, most of a can of Coke. Before that, I had a bottle of water, and now I just drank a thing of milk. I'm liquided. Wait, what? Bananas Foster. You should try it. I think it's also called bananas flambe. Let's see here. Yeah. It's a dessert consisting of sliced bananas, rum sauce served over to vanilla ice cream, provided table sides in restaurants, a la flambe usually. So yeah, bananas and rum and ice cream and set it on fire. Boom. Dessert. You're not trying to make it better? Come on. Normals approach the keeper's vaults or other locations. They often speak of a presence or a feeling. Okay, manifestation is thought to be safeguards to keep mortals and immoral away from dangerous knowledge. Others believed to be extensions of the will of the keepers themselves. Burn, baby, burn. Flowers make good kindling. Oh, don't make Chrysanth come after you. She will. She'll shovel ya. She will shovel you. Right, so I can close this down. Boop. Boop, boop. That's right, I've got my in real life game in about 5 minutes or so. So I'm going to be wrapping up here. Need some accelerant. Spoken like a true arsonist, Scrap Hermit. I'm just saying. Just saying. Alright, so there is Orin. There we go. Alright. The only part we didn't get to was that. Elven cities. Okay, devoted to that. Which principles entirely spread the knowledge, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we've got to finish that. We got to go over the last section is Luminarth, his realm, basically, his lacunae. Don't get elked like Circus. No one wants to get elked. Fire is bad when out of control. Yeah, fire is bad when out of control. That is true. Thank you for the wisdom, Dave. Your wisdom knows no bounds. All right. Seems like there's a lot of people around here who really enjoy Halloween and spooky stuff and get really into it. I do nothing for Halloween. I live at the end of a 600-foot gravel road. So I don't get a lot of trick-or-treaters. It's really weird. Very strange, I know. I have in the past had like Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts, and one group of Girl Scouts did make their way all the way down here on bikes to try and sell me popcorn. It was popcorn and Girl Scout cookies, and of course I bought some because, well, why not? And but I think after like a couple of times of doing that, the kids just never came back because it's a long trip down a gravel road. And I don't think a lot of kids nowadays know how to ride a bike on a gravel road. I'm surprised they made it down here. I dress up like a wizard. Yeah, exactly. I just dress like this all the time. What are you talking about? Right. So I did get something to wear to the holiday, or not holiday, but the office, what do you call it, party we're having. It's a Black Ops launch party, but also our Halloween party, so it's themed. But I bought like a shirt and stuff to put on for something to have sort of a costume to go. It's not a wizard costume, though. I should have just gotten a Gandalf robe. Wonder how expensive a Gandalf robe is. Maybe I should look. Think I should look for a Gandalf robe? GandalfRobe.com. I don't think that's a thing. All I'm getting is banana milk. I don't know, it's weird. Kidding. Kidding! What? Where is this? Why? Why is it doing this? Well, let me... Okay, that doesn't work. Alright, there we go. Boop. Boop. Alright. Popcorn is Boy Scouts... Yeah. Yep, I recall Girl Scouts using nuts and cookies. Yeah, the Girl Scouts were selling all the cookies, and I bought a lot of them. I bought a lot of popcorn for troops, because I was like, I don't need all this popcorn, so yeah. You dressed like an old priest for Halloween? Good, nice, nice. Woo! Oh, nice, Silent Hill. Excellent. I hope you have fun doing that, Sebi. Nice, I hope you have fun. Let's see. All right, so what I'm going to do here, since I'm done in 15 seconds, I'm going to wrap it up here and say goodbye to everybody. I am Frost, and this has been Frost Written, where I was working on some of the lore for Legend Seeker, Erudi's RPG. And if you want to know more about that, join the Discord. Get over there and support Legend Seeker and support the channel. So make sure you comment and subscribe and like and hit all the buttons that you can that are on the whole screen. Just hit them all, every single one of them. But please stick around a little bit afterwards and leave a comment. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like. Just go to town. We'll try and engage. And I am going to talk to all of you fine people later while I go shopping for Gandalf costumes. I'm not going to go shop for Gandalf costumes. But I'm going to get out of here, and I will talk to you all a little bit later.